Happy, what day of the week is this?
It is Thursday.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
It seems like the thing to say.
Does it?
It kind of does. So, I just woke up not too long ago, as you can tell by my radiant beauty. It's radiant.
It's radiant, honey. That's what I was thinking.
Not everybody can take time and buy things to apply to their face so they look good.
Some of us are smart enough to know that they should.
Maybe.
Good morning, Lori.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Hey, I see Lori right there. Good morning, Lori. So, it was... Well, do we want to wait a moment before we have a chat? Because today's the day we talk about your bank robbery.
Oh, yeah, my bank robbery.
Yeah. Did we tell the people about your credit card? Like when you canceled it by accident? I think so, didn't we?
Probably.
Yeah, because we kind of tell
Good
them
morning,
everything.
Glenda.
Morning,
All
Glenda.
y'all.
Any job options yet, Glenda? Because I just saw on Facebook that you had said, hey, you're looking for something.
And Tracy, good morning.
Yeah, Texas is odd because it sounds like they might be going lockdown again. People are crazy. I know they're talking...
No COVID.
No, they're talking about shutting Vallarta down for 2 weeks. Absolutely everything. Like everybody holed up in their house.
Banks and everything.
For 2 weeks.
It could be interesting.
It's just craziness. Absolutely nutty.
I need more coffee. I should make
Your
sure...
coffee's full.
No, but I should make sure I have lots at home.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't think... But the 2 weeks will be done by the time we get home.
It depends on when they started. There's no talking about exactly when they're starting it.
But if they shut down the airports, like if they shut down everything, they'll shut down the airports.
True.
So we'll have to hitchhike into town.
From here?
Yeah. Or from Guadalajara. Because if Jalisco, mind you, if it's all Jalisco, then Guadalajara is going to also be shut down.
I think it's just the governor of Puerto Vallarta that's talking this.
So that would be the president.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The boss. The mayor.
It's so weird because the mayor is the presidente. The governor is the governor. I don't know. No job options yet. Yes,
Goodbye, Dallas. Hello, Mexico.
Yes. Hello, Mexico. That's kind of the way we feel here.
Good morning, Kathy.
I mean, it's been a terrible summer for Edmonton. It's their second in a row because last summer was terrible as well. So I think we've had 4 or 5 good days since we've been here, maybe. I don't even remember.
I think Jeff said it was actually 11 rainless days. Because Jeff looked back and checked.
This year, like since we've been here? Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking nice days that you can go outside.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if it's cloudy and yucky, it doesn't count.
Could.
No.
For people that are really trying to be honest and not whiny.
I don't know. So, yeah, it is, it's a strange thing. Had a great lunch, dinner, I guess, yesterday.
It felt like lunch because we were there at 3, but...
Yeah, and we stayed until 9 or 10.
Oh, there's Steve. Good morning. And Auntie
Hello,
Deanna.
Steve.
Good morning.
No, it was a lovely, lovely dinner. And great friends that we've known for a long time. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one of those things that when you're young, you think like, 30 years, 25 years is a long time until you get to be a certain age. And then 25 years, 30 years, it's not too long.
Cheryl and Sheldon are on there. So you're just leaving Sylvan today, Cheryl? And yes, we did have a Rosati. Is that how you've changed Rosemary's name to Rosati? Is she okay with that, Stevie?
Is that like Sammy? We know what that means, Steve. You can't do that. Yeah. So yeah, Steve, you're awesome. You really are. I love you. So what else is? So we had that. And the older you get too, the more you talk about your body issues. Like you don't mind talking about how going to the bathroom and aches and pains and things like that. And when you're young, you'd just be, I can't imagine those things happening to me. And then all of a sudden these things happen to you and it's like, oh, my knee, my back, my neck, or my gallbladder.
Oh, Glenda, I think you're my favorite person right now.
Why is that?
You can read it. It would be vain if I read it out loud.
She does look pretty.
Oh, but so you're not going to read it out
Thank
loud,
you,
so do I
Glenda.
have to?
Okay, you can read it.
And you're pulled. Steve, I think your thumbs are broken.
Your thumbs may be broken. Yeah, I'm pid. I don't know what that means.
Old. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who's Ogre? Good morning, you two. I have a white little butterfly gift for you waiting for Jeff. Oh, I know who you are. Hello. Ogre Sin. What the heck? Oh, I see. Ogre is just a play on your word, your last name. That's good. I like that. Oh, that's all I see. I see what you did there. That's cool. If you're dyslexic, that's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I love it.
I think we are seeing them. Read it backwards.
I did. I got it. Ogre sinned. I love that.
We're seeing Jeff and Claudia on Saturday, darling.
Yes. Okay.
I'm a one-fingered pecker.
That's the first time a comment got us all to laugh and lose our breath, and that's good, Steve. You win.
Oh
you
my
win.
goodness.
Yeah. So that's good. We need that in this COVID-filled world. It's a world that
we don't have to talk about all the time.
No, we don't.
This is way more fun.
This is you one-fingered pecker.
And Ogre sinned.
And Ogre sinned. Yeah, this is a good morning. So thank you.
Yeah, you guys have made this funny this morning.
We needed that this morning because, well, Canada. That's all I gotta say.
Good morning, Lorianne. How are you this morning?
Hello, Lorianne. It was great to see you. I think we said that already, but it was really good to see you. It really was. So yeah, you sexy people. Thanks.
Oh dear.
I don't know who you're talking about, but they will appreciate this. Are you laughing still?
Yes, Steve made my eyes water when he...
That was very funny. So yeah, we had a great dinner because it was so early yesterday. Because typically,
but it went really fast. All of a sudden, I
like,
looked at my watch and it was 9. I'm like, holy!
And because it was cloudy all day with the sun going, you could not tell what time of the day it is. Like it is crazy here because it was like 9 o'clock and cloudy, no rain. There's people biking around and stuff out there. So it's fun. I mean, we didn't go biking, obviously, because
we were at someone's house for dinner. That would be rude.
But we don't have bikes.
Oh, well, that too.
And if we do have bikes, it means we've stolen them, because that's what Christie does. And that's the whole reason for the bank robbery story.
I can't wait to hear this.
Me either, because I haven't thought of it. But
you were supposed to.
Yeah. Now, I think we told you guys that Christie was online. She can't speak much Spanish. I mean, obviously she can speak it enough to get around, but she's online and doing her online banking. And the next day she's like, I don't have access to my credit card. And we need the credit card because we were
leaving, yeah.
So she takes Shirley, and Shirley goes to the bank, and the lady's like, well, you reported it lost or stolen. So Christie's like, click, yeah, that sounds right. Click, click.
Good morning, Lori Bolin.
So yeah, she reported our call. But it's not the worst thing that we've done in Spanish. I mean, we've done a lot of dumb things. When we first came to Mexico, we were at the gas station. Well, the first thing is the toll booths. We were paying in dollars, which is just stupid, when I think about it. But it was in the triptych, and the triptych said, a triptych, in case you're wondering, and you're of a certain age, is when you went to the Alberta Motor Association or the AAA in the States, or any of the motor associations, the provincial ones, and you would order your trip, and they would give you a booklet that would show you a map going down. And it would be a thin book, but you would just go next page, next page, next page. All the things to see, all the places to stay along your trip. So we get the triptych, and...
Did you forget?
I did.
What was your point about this story?
Well, I can't remember now. I was so focused on explaining what
the
triptych
triptych explained how much our tolls should be,
That's
blah, blah,
right.
blah. Yes.
So the tolls were in there.
This is
Thank you for
age.
That.
This is age 100%.
Thank you for that. Well, it kind of is. And so the first one said 17. So I gave $17. Nobody gave me change. Then the next one was $54, and I said to Christie, "This is like crazy because
It's way more expensive than we expected."
Because on the trip ticket it said it's not going to be more than $200. I think for all the tolls going down. So I gave the 54, 57, whatever it was, no change. And at the time, it was a 10-to-1 exchange rate. So these guys are getting, like 500 pesos, etc., which is, for them probably 10 days worth of work at the time. So yeah, they didn't say anything, kept the money, and then I'm like, let's just try pesos. And we tried pesos the next time. I was angry because they took it.
Yeah, and Lorianne, he's having senior moments without the benefits of being a senior citizen, so it's not good. It is not good.
Went to the Bay, and I see the Bay gives you extra money off if you're over 55 on Tuesdays. I believe Tuesdays. So that's a good thing to know, because Christie's going to be there right away.
I just turned 52.
I know, but you're going to be there well before me. So I'll ride your coattails. And
I am not using that discount for you.
I'll ride your coattails, baby. Yeah, You're my driver and my shopper.
No, I quit. You're on your own now.
I have no license.
That's not my fault. It's not my problem.
You said to me, I will drive you anywhere you want. I will do anything you want. Remember
no, I did not. Definitely did not say that one.
Oh, didn't get her on that.
Yeah.
So what else can we talk about?
You still didn't talk about me robbing the bank.
Well, I said you...
Because you haven't made up that story yet.
No, but I said about the you canceled our credit card.
How is that robbing the bank?
I don't know. It's robbing our bank. So Shirley did straighten it out, though, which Shirley is fantastic.
Shirley is amazing, yes. I don't know what we would do without Shirley.
A driver. She is my driver. Because I don't have a license. So in order for me to go anywhere, I need somebody else to drive me. So
no free coffee yet.
Yeah. It sucks. And I mean, to call ourselves middle age, I mean, I'm over...
Bye, Dennis. See you later. Have a good day.
I'm over 50 years old, so that means they say middle-aged. I mean, I'd live to 100. There's no way I'm going to live to 100. I doubt I'll live to 60, 70. That's kind of where I figure.
Why do you say that kind of stuff? I just want to smack you.
My lungs are worn out, man. So without new lungs, without new joints, that's going to be tough. Otherwise, you're going to die broke. I don't want that. I want to pay you off.
Pay me off.
Yeah.
You're such a weirdo.
Yeah, I guess.
Such a weirdo. I don't even know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, I've been on inhaled steroids since I was 12 years old. Not a fun place to go.
Cheryl and Sheldon have not heard the story about why we don't have a driver's license.
Oh, God. Because...
So, in Mexico, well, anywhere, your driver's licenses expire, right? Well, ours expired in April. Well, from the end of March on, our registry office has been closed.
COVID.
So, when we were leaving, we realized that this was really not a good situation because neither of us, both of ours expired on the same day, same year, same day. So, neither of us have a driver's license. So I talked to a friend of mine. I'm not going to name any names.
Or how she got it.
And he was able to get me a driver's license that is a legal, valid driver's license. No matter what anybody else says about it, including myself. No, just kidding. So I'm the only one that did it because it's just a temporary thing. And then when we get back, we'll obviously have to get our new driver's licenses from the state that we're from. But mine is issued out of Mexico City.
The nice thing is, though, the one out of Mexico City is forever.
It's a permanent driver's license.
So she's going to look like this forever. So which is a good thing.
Actually, when you look at that picture of my mom 10 years ago, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Someone said we look like twins.
Yeah. Twins born 20 years apart.
Oh, I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I think one of you would have gotten quite large in 20 years inside somebody's womb.
Gross. Such a weirdo.
I'm just saying.
The registry office in Mascali's is open now. Well, that doesn't help us a lot, Tracy. We're in Canada.
Yeah, but we'll be able to get our licenses when I go
But when
back.
we get home, we'll be able to get them.
Yep. It's funny, they give you a 3-year license. So I don't know why ours expired on the same day and why it's 2 days after my birthday and 3 after yours. Like, did it have anything to do with our birthdays, or was it just
I don't
the time
think it
we
does
got our
in
license?
Mexico. I think it's just when we got our driver's licenses.
And
Because I think probably our Canadian driver's licenses would have expired on our birthdays. So we probably found the process to get one in Mexico, and it just took that long. Maybe, I don't know. But it's weird that they expired on the same day while we probably went together to do it.
The world is changing quite quickly. When we first moved to Mexico, people said, make copies of your driver's license. So we just made copies and laminated them and cut them, and they had the corners. They weren't rounded like the license was. And you give them to the transitos, and they're like, yeah, okay, good. You give them to the federales, he's like, hey, this is a copy. This is illegal. So I got stopped by the feds, and I think I had broken 5 laws. And he kept wanting to give me more tickets. And I'm like, oh, my wife is in the car, and she's angry. I said, are you married? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, you know what I'm talking about. He's like, yeah. And he says, well, you just go to aduana and you pay this. I'm like, I don't know where aduana is. He says, well, it's at the airport. I said, I don't know where that is. And the guy finally was like, okay. So he took 300 pesos. It was good. It was a nice guy.
He bribed a cop.
No,
Shame
no,
on him.
the guy was being husband to husband, mano a mano.
Yeah,
Just
we
hand
used to
to
get
hand
pulled
out,
over
yeah.
a lot because our Alberta plated van that we drove. In Alberta, you only need one license plate. Well, in Mexico, you need both. You need front and back. But in Alberta, you only needed the back one. So we would get stopped because they thought we didn't have our license plate.
Yeah, and in Alberta, I mean, it's just like, check out my rear. If you want to know what my license is, check out my rear. That's
And
what
in
that
Mexico,
means.
they want you from both angles.
They want to look at you both ways. And it's funny that you only need one here, because if they're coming at you straight on, you kind of want to see the license. But I guess if you're following them at high speeds, that's all you need is the license plate in the back.
Well, anyways, that's what it is. It is still. Because we went and got my mom's vehicles registered. And
Yeah, they only give you one license plate here. So they save so
Yeah.
much. They save so much.
They save so much money. Yeah.
They still charge you full price.
But in Mexico, we have to give them back our old plates. Here you don't.
That's why you can have them in the garage.
Yep.
Because that's a very hillbilly thing to do. Redneck thing to do is have your licenses in the garage.
Or decorative for some people.
Well, in Mexico, they cut them up and then they make you welcome to Grandma's house. Out of
Yeah, I love
17
those. Those are
license
really
plates.
cute.
Yeah. Okay, and it looked
And
like
it looked like a drug vehicle. No, that was that big old van that we had. That didn't look like a drug vehicle. It was our Suburban that people thought was a drug vehicle.
Yes. Check out my rear. Whenever the police stop you, just check out my rear.
Check out my rear. Yeah.
So what else do we have? Shelton wants to know why you don't have a license. Okay, we know that.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Okay, we've explained that.
I'm not sure what Mexicans have very nice skin means, Steve, except for if it's based on our conversation
do.
from last night.
They really do. I mean, because
Danielle have hillbillies in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Araceli. How are you?
Yes. Good morning. Yeah, we do have hillbillies here. We call them rednecks. Well, there's not many anymore. I mean, we know the people that are rednecks, but there's so much craziness here now. Everybody wants to be this modern whatever, and unfortunately, this modern whatever, it's a horrible place to be. So now, actually, they're close to 1 million people in Edmonton, which doesn't sound like a big city to Americans. But when you consider in Canada, there's only like 33 million. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually, we're supposed to do some videos today.
Yeah, but we have to go grocery shopping first. That's a priority. My mom's birthday's tomorrow, and we're having a party.
Yep, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mama.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, not today. But I'm just covering the bases because you never know what happens.
Right.
Yep. So what else is going on here this week? So we're going to Jeff and Claudia's on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing brunch on Sunday. That sounds really good. But it's not like the old days where you could have like an all-you-can-eat breakfast brunch.
For office. Run away from office, you mean, Steve.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be good. Do we know where we're eating yet?
Nope.
No?
We have no plans, honey. We are going to relax, have a quiet evening, or semi-quiet.
I haven't done that in years. Are you sure I can do this?
No, pretty sure you can't.
Oh.
Pretty sure you can't.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, please.
Okay.
Please prove me wrong that you can have a quiet evening.
I'll give it a shot. So what do you want to know about? Okay, so back to that Mexico trip. So I also went to the gas station. We're in the middle of the Sonoran Desert. Not a single person spoke English there. And I get some gas. And the gas guy, so I go to change some money because I want to get some pesos because tolls. So I go into the OXXO, which is like a 7-Eleven. And it says that they're paying 11-1. Now, I did not know you had to buy something to get the 11-1. I just thought it was their exchange rate. I didn't know. Now I know. So I have my 1,000 pesos. I go in there and...
$100, you mean?
Yeah, $100. And I go in there and they're like, no, you have to go next door. So I go next door and there's like a thick glass. I knock on the window, nothing. Knock on the window, nothing. Press the red button. All of a sudden the lady comes and she is yelling at me, and the guy who is pouring our gas, he comes over talking to her. They're yelling at each other, and he's like, you got to pay me now. So I go to the pump, and he's like, there's now the number is up there and it's how much it is, and I had to pay him, and then I had to pay him again because they had to finish it up. And as I'm driving away, I realized the red button that I pressed was the emergency cutoff. So I actually shut the gas station down.
All the pumps. Yeah.
Yeah, and because when I gave her the $100, she was only giving me 1,000 pesos. But I was smarter than her. I know she should have been giving me 1,100 because of the sign on the window. And she's just shaking her head, man. I mean, it was just...
Yeah.
I felt... Many years later, I kind of feel bad for that lady.
Oh, she's probably still talking about that idiot.
That idiot. I'm that idiot that's famous in the Sonoran Desert gas station for shutting off the gas pump.
But Lorianne says that if we're having a quiet evening, you can pimp up your cane and bedazzle it.
Yeah, I can. I don't need the cane now.
Yeah, his knee's been fine
great.
again.
Yeah.
No gout, no knee pain,
No.
or very little knee pain. So he's taking care of himself. He's got some nice herbal remedies.
Herbal. In
That-
Canada. Herbal.
No, it's not those kind, but
I know, it's not. That kind of sucks.
anyways, so they've been helping him. So we'll see if I let him live. I mean,
I was taking THC oil and putting it on top of my knee, and arnica gel
and magnesium.
and magnesium. And I think that helped a lot. It really did. It allowed me to sleep because it was brutal. And the chiropractor was like, sometimes we just have no clue what happened. And I think it had to do with my hip because now my hip is in pain again. So, but I mean, as much as it normally is, nothing huge.
Old age.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I used to run when I was younger. Can't tell now. But had flat shoes and, did not take care of myself. In those days, we didn't have
All the
cross
fancy
trainers
runners
and all that crap,
yeah.
right? So, yeah, it was... and I have short little legs. I've got this long torso. If my body was based upon my torso, I'd be 7 feet tall. And if my body was based upon my legs, I'd be like 4'6". So when I sit in these chairs, that normal human beings sit on, my legs dangle.
No one has ever accused you of being a normal human being, though.
No, not at all.
Nobody that I know of.
So yeah, my height should have been between 4'6" and 7 feet tall, and magically it is. But at the same time,
Magically it is.
it's between 4'6" and 7
You're
feet.
such a weirdo.
We know a 7 foot guy and 7 foot tall guy, and sometimes he comes on here as Brian Olivard, and he owns real tall real estate
In Atlanta, Georgia.
in Atlanta.
One day we're going to come visit you, Brian, I promise, because I want to see Atlanta.
And yes, and it's amazing, a guy 7 feet tall. So we were in a crowd of 1,000 people, 2,000 people. And I told everybody in there, I yelled out, if any of you were with buddies and you get lost, meet at this guy. Because he's so big. The whole crowd went like this, and then Brian, and then this. So yeah, he's a good guy to meet at, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he comes to Vallarta.
Yes. Yeah. Magnesium works well. Lorianne takes THC spray under the tongue for pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, John, good morning, Shay. John was using it topically, and I've used it topically too.
Topically means on the skin, not because we're not talking about
These people are smart, John. Well, actually, they're not that smart. They join in and watch us every morning. Just kidding. We love it.
Yeah, I used to do the THC under the tongue. Well, one time when Christie was in Canada, a buddy of mine gave me a cookie. And he said, if you want the best sleep of your life, take this cookie. Because I was having panic attacks at the time.
I was very angry with my husband for doing this while he was alone, just for the record.
I took the cookie, and at midnight I woke up and had to pee. And I'm like, laying in bed, and I'm like, this is not good. So when I get up, my brain and my body were probably 3 feet apart. And
which is pretty common for him.
It wasn't. So yeah, it was pretty. And then I laid in bed and just started having panic attacks because for whatever reason, this stuff just messes with my brain. And yeah, it was fun. I'm like, people like this feeling? This sucks. So I kept going, I'm going to wake up. The next time I wake up, it's all going to be out of my system and I will be normal again.
Didn't happen.
I was never normal, but in a way, for me, it was normal. It's the new normal, which Christie likes that. The new normal.
We discussed that last night. I hate that term. The new normal. What is normal? What is normal anywhere, anytime? Nothing that we've done is normal.
The only thing I know is that in order for us, in general, all of us, to live our best life, we have to get rid of fear.
And be kind.
Well,
Don't be so hateful. People are so mean. I mean, it's
yeah,
just,
but a fearful, mean person, that's like the worst.
Most people are mean because they're fearful.
Maybe. So ditch the fear and have this amazing life. Whatever that thing that you're thinking of doing, do it. Unless, of course, it's like jumping off a bridge or something. Don't do that.
Must be El Chapo weed.
The cookie thing. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he would actually dip the stuff in butter and then make things with it. I don't know.
I think you boil.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can buy machines apparently that will do it. You pop in the weed, pop in your oil, go away, come back, throw away the weed, and then now you're left with the magic oil. Well, it's not really magic. It just feels like it might be.
Unique, never normal. Thanks, Lori. I like to be unique, not weird.
But not a eunuch.
Why?
No, I mean, those guys, I felt sorry for them.
Did you?
I did. Those eunuchs that we saw.
Yeah, don't be...
I don't know who a eunuch is. I don't know.
Such a weirdo.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why we let him talk, really.
Yeah, I don't know either. One day we had these missionaries come in, and we took them into Vallarta, and we're walking down the Malecon, and I said, oh, I'm very excited. We're almost at, what's that disease where your limbs fall off, supposedly?
Leprosy?
Leprosy. We're almost at the leper colony, and all the tourists around are like, what? There's a leper colony around here? So, yeah, it was good. It was very good. I like doing stuff like that.
Don't let John ever give you driving lessons. Don't let him teach you a new language. Don't let him give you directions.
So we were at the Puerto Vallarta sign in Vallarta. They have, in the Mexican cities, they have the name of the town. And usually it's colorful. In Bucerias, they just did one color.
No. Haven't you seen the new painted? Oh,
No.
it's beautiful.
Oh, okay. So in Puerto Vallarta, and these people wanted pictures, and they couldn't just take the sign because people were always there. So I'm like, I have this idea. So I yell out, okay, everybody, I'm going to take the picture now. So everybody smile. And they all evaporated. It was great. So we got the sign by itself, even though it was so busy. When you tell people you're going to take their picture, they don't want their picture taken.
No kidding. I don't, and he doesn't listen to me.
I don't. But your mom took a picture of your dad on the can.
That was a long time
Yeah, but
ago.
I did. That was the very first. I got the DC-1, the Kodak digital camera 1. And that was the first thing I did is I swing open the bathroom door and Christie's on there and I'm taking pictures and she's like...
He's done a lot of really, really stupid things in our marriage. He is so lucky to be alive.
I am. I really am.
And Lori Gall can't wait to get together with us because we make her laugh every day. It gets old, trust me.
for you. I like my life. Yeah, it was good. So what else can we tell them today?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're all amazing. And you're all alive. That's cool.
I guess one question I have is when a person reaches a certain age and the candles will be bigger than the size of the cake, what do you do, Mom? I don't know if she's listening today.
You get a 7 and a whatever candle. I know what the other candle is, but you don't need to know. And the only reason I know is because I know what her candle is. And I know how old you were.
You're lucky to have Johnny. Oh, yeah, Steve, I count my lucky stars every day.
You should. There's at least 7 lucky stars. Or 107. Or 1,000,007. You are lucky to be married to me. She is, Steve.
Make a bigger cake.
Yeah. The problem is you can only have the cake so big.
It. I almost knocked over my coffee.
But it has no Baileys in it, so
I know.
You're fine.
I'm out.
Are you? Mm-hmm. That's why we're going shopping today. She's like, it's really important and your life depends on it. Now it all makes sense.
Well, it could be something I was planning on picking up at Costco.
Yeah.
But, no, we have to get ingredients. We're making chicken marsala, which I have never... get a fire extinguisher. I've never made chicken marsala before, so that's one of my mom's favorite dishes. So Shay and I are going to attempt to make chicken marsala.
Marsala is a wine. It's a type of wine.
So I needed to buy a bottle of marsala wine. I needed to buy a bottle of... Size doesn't matter. Of course, that came from a man. Marsala wine and not sherry. I had to buy a bottle of sherry. So that is in the chicken marsala.
Maybe that's why your mom likes it.
No, because it says in the recipe that you cook it for blah, 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 and that'll burn off the alcohol. So.
All right, whatever.
I don't know. So, so that's what we're doing. And then, well, the rest I can't tell because in case she's listening, I don't want her to know the rest. So We'll let you guys know potentially Saturday morning.
We're giving her the bumps.
No, that's... You don't do that to frail old people.
She's not frail.
I supersize my fries. No, my mom is far from frail.
No, I supersize my fries too.
So we have for years supersized our fries.
Don't ask for a large milkshake. I mentioned it yesterday.
That was amazing.
Ginormous.
Yeah. That's definitely a milkshake for 2.
I thought McDonald's was downsizing all their sizes. I asked for a large milkshake, was expecting, the typical little thing. Whoa. I thought I was in America. Because everything is big in America. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll let you guys know probably Saturday. I think because Saturday we're not doing anything till later in the day. So, or like officially, so.
Yeah. So I think... I need a shower today.
Yeah, he does.
I know. She told me this morning, you need deodorant a lot. I'm like, that's rude. You don't tell your husband that.
Yeah, it's better than some stranger coming up and smelling your stinky.
If a stranger comes up and is smelling me, you've got problems.
You've got problems, trust me.
Yeah, I guess. Especially if it's a homeless man. It's like, why are you hugging me, dude? I don't get this. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, so I think we're done for today.
We do ramble on, don't we?
Yeah, I think we're done for today. I didn't think of your bank robbery story, but I did tell you how she canceled our credit cards.
It was just a little quick thing, and they fixed it right away. The banks are awesome in Mexico.
They aren't awesome. They're terrible everywhere in the world. Banks.
Well, our bank is nice. The people that are there are nice.
The process would have been to issue a new card.
Yeah.
So Christie had to get Shirley to kind of beg them because we were leaving. And then not only that, none of our cards are working here. What the heck's up with this?
What do you mean none of our cards are working?
The one that we tried at the different places and it said wrong PIN and all of this stuff. And you went and checked. There's oodles of cash on there. So why is it not working?
Well, it said the wrong PIN. So I came home yesterday and I checked it. And so we'll go and try again today and see.
So yeah, it's not fun. The banking system in Mexico, when you're in Mexico, is pretty decent. Our cards are protected. Security, amazing.
Yeah.
And especially here, we were chatting yesterday with a friend, and their tap cards got compromised 3 times. So he doesn't tap anymore. He says he only sticks it in. It sounds vulgar, I know, but he was talking the credit cards, and he says now he won't do that. So that tapping thing, don't tap, because you will be compromised.
On that note,
Yeah.
alarms at the house. Have you figured out all the bells and whistles? Oh, no, the one downstairs? No, we have not figured that one out yet, Kathy.
Yeah, it's strange. So I think we're done for today.
I hope so, because it's going downhill fast,
It
this
is.
conversation.
Taps and sticking it in. It's the credit card.
Yeah.
So remember, be kind to one another. Love one another. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your spouse's face. Even though she touched my face the other day, it was really... She's like trying to be fun and kind of, romantic. I don't know. She's like, guess who? I'm like, you're touching my face.
No, actually, what really happened was we were at Southgate Mall, and he was sitting on a chair because I'd run in to get some makeup for this. And I go up behind him, and he's on his phone. So I go really quickly, and I put my hands around, and he pauses for a second. And then I said something. He's like, oh, good, because that was kind of freaky.
She touched my face. I mean, I was like a deer in headlights. She's touching my face. Don't touch your spouse's face. And wash your hands to at least 2 songs.
And just remember to be nice to people, because there are a lot of scared people out there for whatever reason. I mean, obviously, COVID is scaring people. News is scaring people. Just be nice to them.
And stay out of seniors' homes. If you stay out of seniors' homes, immediately 40% less chance you're going to die.
And so
from COVID.
Looking at the rear.
All right, guys.
Have a good one. Talk to you later.
Bye.